Hello everybody, Joss from the Guitar Amp and Keyboard Centre in Brighton here at Namm 2020. I am in the Gibson Acoustic room with Don. Hello Don.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too buddy, you too. So, what I've been doing is I've been because the good thing is, as I've explained to you, the good thing is I don't really know anything about any of the new stuff on any of the booths this year for the first time ever, which is kind of nice. So, if I could hand you the microphone and you just basically talk me through all the stuff that you got going on.
I would love to.
Amazing.
We have such an exciting new lineup. Of course, all of our standards, our core product is still there. 45 standards, Hummingbird standards, our studio line is still intact. But in addition to that, this year we're doing two new categories, the original series and the custom historics.
Oh, cool.
The original series, it's in the spirit of a time and an era when acoustic music was king. You got your 50s J45s and J50. You got your 60s, the colors, even with the adjustable bridges, so they're period correct, J50. And these are all basically modern guitars, just with a few of the touches that make it look like an old guitar. You know, it's not year specific. Price points are great, and it's just for that guy that used to have that guitar and wishes he could get it back, or my dad had that guitar and I wish I could get one just like that. But we're bringing back some models that haven't been on the core price list in a few years, such as the Southern Jumbo. We got, the Hummingbirds. You look at the tuners. We're going back to the old school tuners, period correct pick guards, truss rod cover, just little details that make it look like I said, a little bit older guitar.
This is gorgeous.
Yes, it is. There's a sunburst. Every burst is hand sprayed. These guys get so good. Everyone's a little bit different, but it's amazing how consistent they can do it. Doves is a model that is, it's been on the list off and on for over the years, but now we got historic colors, right detailing on it. J185s, throwback to the 50s. Of course, your classic J200s, but these have older style tuners, truss rod cover, true nitrocelluloid pick guard, just little touches.
Yeah.
And along with some small body guitars, a 50s LG2, it's a LOOs in sunburst and in black, which is just, I love the black one, it's beautiful. So we did this. We have the originals. They're kind of like the old guitars. It's kind of fun for that guy that just wants that little bit of a visual thing. But then there's the guy that wants the real deal. Historic custom collection. We're going to walk over here. We went through our history, looked back at the years that were iconic, the guitars that changed everything for Gibson, that brought us to where we are today.
These are unbelievable.
And started off with a 1934 Jumbo. It was the first production full-size guitar that Gibson made. Before 34, all the guitars were small. They were parlor, L1s, LOOs, that type of thing. 34 Jumbo started it all. We have a 1936 J35, a 1936 Advanced Jumbo, which was a rosewood long scale slope shoulder dreadnought. 1937 comes around and we developed the SJ200. This is a late 30s rosewood version. The pickguard is just so cool. Peg head, tuners, everything is historically accurate. The necks, 1939 J55. Then we got our banner series with the 1942 LG2, which is being played right now, and then we have a 45 and a Southern Jumbo here. All of these guitars have thermally aged Adirondack red spruce tops, which gives them just the weight, the feel, the sound of an old guitar right out of the box. We also do thin lacquer on this entire line. We always tout that for decades the nitrocellulose lacquer is getting thinner and thinner as it dissipates. That allows the guitar to be freed up to sound better. And so we just said, we're just going to do thin lacquer at the factory. You can see the texturing, makes it look like an old guitar.
Yeah.
Moving through the timeline, we get into the 50s. You have your J185s from 1952. 1957 SJ200s with the original pick guards, just a beautiful look. And then you have your 60s Hummingbirds. We're making two versions. A traditional one with the adjustable bridge, and then the standard bridge for people that would like that slightly different tonality better. Wonderful lineup. These are so fun. People are walking up and going, wow, where'd you find all the old guitars to display? I heard that like a half a dozen times yesterday.
Yeah.
So people are buying into it. They're loving it. If you have a chance to play these guitars, you will just be amazed at the response and just the vibrancy of the tonality of these guitars. All made in Bozeman, Montana by the greatest makers in the world, Gibson Acoustic Guitar. Here at the Namm show, we are displaying the US-made, Bozeman, Montana-made Epiphone Texan. Wonderful representation. People don't realize that Epiphone's actually an older company than Gibson. And at one time they were a bigger company than Gibson. And we're bringing back that mystique, that history. And the US-made Epiphones are just killer. Long scale fingerboard, which makes it a little different feel and tonality than a J45. The visual, the burst, it also comes in natural, but the burst that they put on this is just exquisite. It's wonderful. So period correct, looks great, sounds great. A US-made Epiphone. Haven't done it in a long time. This is an exciting time for us, and this product is really cool.
Oh, thanks a lot, Don. Cheers.
You're welcome.